Well, hey y'all, good morning. Dan here. It's good to have you with me on day 4 out here on the Uwharrie Trail. I am southbound, completed the northbound section yesterday and then turned around, went back to the Eagle's Nest, a little shelter area there, and it was beautiful. And now I am got out early this morning, left about 6 o'clock, and have come about 2 miles down to this little stream. This is such a pretty place. And I had breakfast here, I think yesterday. So I'm gonna have breakfast here again today and enjoy the little stream. But I wanted to bring you back with me. Tell you a little bit about yesterday. When I got into Eagle's Nest on top of a little long mountain, was one guy was already there. He was a good guy and just getting into backpacking. So I tried to encourage him a little bit. And then 2 families came. One lives on the coast in eastern North Carolina, and one lives in the mountains in western North Carolina. And they get together once a year. They brought their kids, 5 kids, full of energy. And unfortunately, I had set up the camera to do a night lapse, or actually I was going to do a time lapse and catch the sunset. And then I was going to do a night lapse and catch the stars. And both times, a couple of young boys, they were curious about the camera and they go down and they pick it up and pretty much ruined both scenes. I'll show you here what I did get. But the fathers were starting to fuss at the boys, and I said, you know, they're just curious. And if you're trying to get them to enjoy coming out and seeing nature and coming out and hiking, I don't want to be the person that causes them to not like it. It's just, I have more opportunities to do these things and I will do them. But I was glad to see 2 families with 5 young kids coming out. 2 girls. One was 9 years old. The other one looked like maybe she was 15 or 16 years old. And yeah, it was just a lot of fun to hear them talk. I did turn in early and I think they tried to be quiet. I hope I didn't stifle them too much because I wanted to get up really early this morning and break camp and then get back on the trail. Have a long one today and then one tomorrow, and that should complete this yo-yo. Another hiking term. You know, you have northbound and you have southbound, no-bow and so-bow. Sometimes you have a flip-flop where you will go halfway up, go north, or halfway down and go south, and then you flip around, go back to where you started, and then finish it that way. But then if you go from south to north or north to south and return, that's called a yo-yo. And that's what I'm doing with this little trail. It'll turn out to be, I thought it would be about 52 miles. It's actually going to be about 60 miles because I got lost on a couple of sections that weren't marked very well. But finding my way back now and very excited to see this. This is such a beautiful place. You know, the Uwharries are not known to have their views. They're known for views as in a mountain vista kind of view. They're known for just the ancient mountains they are and full of life. Well, they certainly have that. But last night on top of the little mountain, they had the view too. So glad I came, glad we could do that. If it was for nothing more than that view yesterday, but there's got more stuff to come. So I'm going to stop here. I'm going to eat breakfast. I'm going to get back on the trail, and I'll bring you back with me as we see interesting things. Thanks for joining me today. Just a beautiful day. Sun gleaming down through these trees. I don't know if I can do it justice, but I'm going to try to get you some of this. This is just amazing. The leaves are falling, and it's gorgeous out here. It's almost like it turned gold overnight. I was through here just yesterday And there was a lot of green still in the trees. And now it looks like autumn. It's just popped all of a sudden. Creation is an amazing thing. All the cycles of the seasons. Okay, it's going to be another one of those days. It's hard to not stop every 5 minutes and share, but this is beautiful. I enjoy looking down at the trail and out at the vistas as I'm hiking, but sometimes you need to stop and look up. Let me show you this. Crossed the street at the trailhead, and I'm about 3 miles from camp for tonight. I'll be staying at Yates Place Camp. Stayed there when I was going north It's a nice little camp spot. Soft ground, a lot of pine needles. Very nice, privy. Just a nice little spot. So I hope to do that again. But on my way across, started talking to a guy that was going, he was getting ready to do a short northbound hike. And he is MK Hiking Gear, I think is his name. MK Hikes or MK Hiking Gear. I'll put his link down in the description. He had just seen my backpack on Hilltop Packs website. They had posted it up there, and he'd seen my logo, and he was wanting to talk. He's a trail maintainer, and I thanked him for all the work that he and all of his buddies do out here. The Uwharrie Trail is just a nice little gem. It's really neat. Beautiful place, a lot of great history. I'm not going to give you the history now, but if you can look up Uwharrie Wilderness and see some of it's really funny, and then some of it's just fascinating. But that's it. Be sure to check out MK Hiking Gear, and let's hike on up the trail or down the trail, and let's go for a walk here. Well, hey y'all, you can see that it's night's falling, the sun's gone down. I'm here at the Yates campsite. I'm 8 miles from the southern trailhead, and it's been a great trip. I hope that I can just share a little bit with you, that you can get a little appreciation of it. So much to see out here. But lovely campsite. It's quiet tonight. There's a great little privy up here. I've got a little fire ring. I probably am not going to make a fire tonight, but if I could, if I wanted to. And what I was thinking as I was setting my tent up is sometimes I think about getting a different tent, something like a Plexamid, which is about half the weight of mine, and sets up with one trekking pole. It's a one-person tent, but you know, when you're trying to save weight. Then all of a sudden I realized, well, my tent weighs 16 ounces on my weight, on my scales, 16 ounces. And it sets up so easy. And like night before last, it rained, and I just could flick it in the morning, and it was all the water shed off. And then tonight, as I set it up, it just went up perfectly. So just want to share, just show you the tent real quick, and let you see how I've done this. Okay, here it is. I've got my little light on the inside there, but to let you just see it, it sets up so well, and nice and tight, and very easy to set up. It literally takes me about 5 minutes to put it together. And as I'm doing that, I put my gear inside, and it holds everything so nicely on the inside. You really can't see it in there, but I've got my sleeping bag and my pad and everything, my sleep system set up there. There's a little lantern that my daughters gave me. And then down here in this part is where I've got all of my gear just sort of tucked in at my feet. But great tent. I just feel very blessed, and feel very blessed tonight with just having this place that I could stay and rest, and then get up in the morning and get back to the car. This will be a completion. All right, thanks for joining me. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay on the path. God bless you.